All right, so good evening, everyone. I'm Catherine, and I will be guiding us tonight in this kind of pretty chill flow, sometimes not. So we'll be holding some things, staying close to the ground on other things, and doing some slow movement for even other things. But if needed, you can have blocks if you have them. You won't necessarily need them. But they're always handy, especially if you're pretty tight in the hips or hamstrings, or just, even have a little bit of low back sacrum problems for kind of forward folding. So anything like that, you can even stack books to have them close by if that helps. And other than that, I would say the only other thing that you might want to grab is like a pillow, or maybe even a stack of blankets to kind of use. The blankets you can use, you can use it under your knees. We will be doing some anjanes, so where we're kind of on our knees and putting a little pressure there. So if that tends to disrupt your knee for any reason, put down a blanket so it gives you a little bit extra cushion if needed. And then just hold them at the end we'll kind of use some props for a nice savasana. So I'll give you a moment to grab them in case you haven't. And while you're doing that, I will make sure everyone is muted. Okay, so we will start this evening on our backs. So go ahead and make your way onto your back. And we're going to start with a little activation here. I like to start classes sometimes with activating muscles before we actually get into using them. So the first one, we're going to look a little bit at the front body. So for a moment, just bend your knees and let your feet come to the floor and give your hip flexors a little bit of a rest, and just kind of notice what you feel. Do you have any, even just laying down, do you have any tension in your low back, maybe your sacrum or upper back, or maybe even your neck? All of that will be really important when we do get to moving, because we're going to focus on very specific movements once we get there. And we'll take the right knee and bring it into the chest. Grab around the shin if possible. So you're going for shin more than knee if you can. And then lengthen out that left leg onto the floor. Flex both feet. Press that left foot and left toe mound forward and start to squeeze the front of that left quad. And then as you pull down on that right shin, really kind of try and bring the knee up into the chest. And then we'll take 3 deep breaths here. So we're not focusing on Ujjayi breath or any kind of breath pattern just yet. We're just kind of feeling ourselves with our left leg activated and pulling the right knee into the chest. From here, gently press the back of the head into the floor, and then kind of curl the shoulders back so that we flatten the shoulder blades against the floor. On the next inhale, we'll lift the left leg just a few inches, and as we exhale, we'll bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. This time, inhale, lift, and we'll hold. So start to draw the lower belly in. Press the low back into the floor, and then begin to close the lower rib cage. We're doing all of that while the leg is lifted. Now really squeeze that left quad. And then we're going to pull the right knee in even more. Take a deep breath in. When we exhale, try and keep the knee pulled in, but let go. Inhale, hold on to the shin. Exhale, release the shin. Keep the left leg up if you can. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, release. Inhale, hold on to the shin. And this time, as you exhale, release. Now really use the strength of the right hip flexor and the belly to pull the right knee in even more, and keep pushing the left foot out. Hold for 1 breath, 2 breaths. and 3 breaths. Now keeping the left leg lifted if you can, hold on to that right shin again. Curl the upper body up. So we're bringing our shoulder blades off the floor. Take one more breath, really squeezing that knee in. And then exhale, relax it back. From here, hands come onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen that right leg up as high as you can. Squeeze that right quad. Keep pushing through the left foot. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. This time, inhale, lift. And as you exhale, we're going to draw the leg as close as you can into the body. And we're going to hold. Now you can continue to hold like this, just using that right leg to pull it in closer to the body, extending through the left leg. Or, again, pull the lower belly in, close the lower rib cage, and lift that left foot off the floor. And again, 3 deep breaths. And slowly release. This time we're just going to extend the right leg all the way to the floor and bring the left knee in. Inhale, hold on to the shin, flex the left foot, and then flex the right foot. Squeeze the right quad. So that right leg should be a little more warm by now. And just take 3 deep breaths here, just pulling that knee in as much as you can. And now as we inhale, lift the right leg. So pull the lower belly in. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now inhale, lift and hold. Pelvic floor lifts, lower belly pushes down, lower rib cage corsets in. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Now we're going to do that pull and release again with the left leg. So hold on to the left shin, pull it in tight. Feel that kind of opposition, right leg pushing out, left knee pulling in. And then exhale, release the hands. Keep trying to bring the knee in. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale, release. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, release. Now try and hold it for 3. Second breath. Last breath. As you exhale, grab onto that shin again. Now keep pulling it in. If you can, keep that right leg hovering. Lift the torso, come up off the shoulder blades. And again, hold. And relax down. Release the right foot. Inhale, lengthen the left leg, hands come to side. Again, press the back of the head, release the shoulders down. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Now this time, inhale, extend. As we exhale, pull that leg in. So you're not using your hands, you're just using the strength of the left leg to bring it closer into the body. Now again, you can hold just like this, right leg's on the floor, pushing out, left leg is pulling in, or you can raise that right leg up and have it hover. Engaging the lower abdominals, but trying to keep the jaw and the shoulders and the eyes relaxed. And then exhale, release everything down. Take a deep breath in and reach the arms overhead, point the toes, let the low back lift. As we exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Inhale, release, legs go forward, arms go back. Lift the low back up, stretch. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bring it in. From here, grabbing onto our knees with the hands, we're going to just do some nice hip rolls. So we're going to push the knees forward, pull them out to the side, and bring them back in and around. So we're doing these nice circles. We're letting the sacrum and the hips kind of naturally move with us. So the low back will flatten as you bring them in, but it may raise as you lift and push forward. If that's uncomfortable, then just try and keep the low back kind of connected to the floor the whole time. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. And come back to center. From here, pull those knees towards the armpits and really pull them wide. Stay there or stack ankles over knees and come into happy baby, grabbing the outsides of the feet, lengthening through the low back. So pull the lower belly in, press the low back onto the floor, and then feel as though you're extending the sacrum even longer and the head or kind of out to the crown as well. So you're finding this length in opposition from crown of head all the way to tailbone. Now, if you'd like to move from side to side, you can start to pull on one side and then the other and give that low back a nice kind of release. Or if staying nice and still kind of really feels good today, go ahead and stay there. And then we'll slowly release down. Knees will stay bent. And bring the feet in to where you can kind of touch them with your fingertips. We'll come into bridge with a little bit of movement. So to begin with, I want us to find our bridge. Press our feet down nice and firmly into the floor. Start to tuck the tailbone without moving it just yet. Pull the lower belly in and close that rib cage. From here, pressing the arms into the floor, lift the hips up. When you get to as high as you can, tuck the shoulders under and feel like you can still be nice and long in the neck. From here, we're gonna bring either up onto our toes. That may be as far as you go. You just come up onto the toes, but you still have some stability by pushing into the right foot. Or we're gonna bend the knee and bring it up over the hip. And I don't care how close it is to the body. It doesn't matter where it is in space. I just want it bent. We're focusing on the left glute. So as we inhale, bring the hips down. As we exhale, push through the left heel. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Really squeeze that left glute. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. We're getting a little bit of glute activation here. One more time. Now hold up. Slowly bring the right foot to the floor or drop the heel if you didn't lift it. And we'll do the same on the left. So left toes stay on the floor or bend the knee and bring it up over the body. Flex the foot. We'll focus on that right glute. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Squeeze that glute. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down. Feel every part of this movement. Feel the glute turn on. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Hold. And we'll bring that left foot to the floor. From here, slowly curl the spine back down and pause. Coming into a moving bridge. So as we inhale, press the arms down, lift the hips up. Exhale, bring the spine and hips back down. Inhale up and exhale down. Now moving just the right arm. As we inhale, lift the hips, reach that right arm back. Thumb goes back towards the floor. Exhale down, and we'll switch. Now left arm, inhale, left arm back, hips up, exhale down. Try and keep the core in, so pelvic floor lifted. Inhale, right arm reaches back as the hips lift. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm reaches back as the hips lift. And exhale down. This time, inhale, both arms go back, lift the hips as high as they will go. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. One more time, inhale, lift. Now we're gonna pause here. As we exhale, keep the hips lifted, just bring the hands back down onto the floor. Either press the palms and the arms into the floor, or again, maybe retuck the shoulders and interlace the fingers and push the fists into the floor. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And exhale, lower everything down. Let the feet go wide and let the knees knock together. And pause here just for a moment. Let the pelvis resettle. Now again, we're going to try and keep that pelvic floor lifted the whole time. That's going to help protect the low back, but it'll also help us really connect to every movement we do. So Mula Bandha, you're really trying to keep that pelvic floor lifted and contracted. From here, cactus the arms out to the side or just lengthen them, whichever feels best on your shoulders. We're just going to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. This is one of my favorite things to do. It just feels really good on the body. And just a few more times. Just kind of letting the hips open and feeling how even just the littlest of movements that we just did, engaging some of our muscles, can actually help open those joints. And then we'll come back to center. From here, legs can remain on the floor, knees bent. You can bring those knees with the right over the hips with the knee bent, or you can lengthen them straight up over the hips. We're really trying or attempting to keep the legs over the hips and not bring them in towards the body. So if you kind of tend to do that, even if the legs are lifted, just keep them on the floor. So whichever stage you're at, I want you to squeeze those toe mounds together. So as we say point, so you're spreading the toes wide and pushing through those toe mounds like you do when you press on a brake. And then squeeze them together and ignite that whole inner line. That's going to keep the core engaged. Now suck that belly in and close the lower rib cage. We're trying to keep the whole front body engaged the whole time. It doesn't let go. Right now, you should be working. You should feel this just from igniting the front body and the core without even moving just yet. We're not doing very many of these. Again, it's just a little core activation, which will help us really tune in and find our movement when we do begin to move. From here, I want you to inhale, press the elbows into the floor if possible. Even if they don't get there, the action is pressing them down so that you can almost feel like the chest is lifting. As you exhale, press the back, low back into the floor. And again, lower belly down and lift those elbows up. So we're just going to do that a few times to feel that. Inhale, elbows go wide, press them into the floor. Exhale, push the back into the floor, elbows up. Inhale, press the elbows back. And exhale, elbows up. This time we'll add a little bit more movement. Inhale, press the elbows back. As we exhale, again, press the back into the floor. Elbows up, slowly curl up as high as you will go. The hands are behind the head. You're not pulling on the neck whatsoever, but they're at the back of the head and the elbows are pressing forward, and we're really curling. And then inhale, come back. So we're holding for just a moment. Press the elbows down. Exhale, press low back, belly, lift, hold. And then release down. Inhale, elbows back. One more time. Exhale, lift, curl up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, legs are squeezing, and 1, come back down. Take a deep breath in. Adding on. Exhale, we'll lift up, slight turn, just an inch to the right. Inhale, back to center, and release down. Inhale, elbows press into the floor. Exhale, bring them up, lift, curl up, slight twist to the left, just about an inch. Try and keep the shoulder blades off the floor. Back to center and back down. One more each time. Inhale, up, turn to the right. Try and keep the right shoulder blade off. Back to center and down. Find that control in the muscles between the rib cage. Inhale, press the elbows down. Exhale, come up, twist to the left. Try and keep both rib cages off the floor. And back to center and back down. Now just one of this next one, because it's not easy if we're holding. So again, press those elbows down. Inhale, lift the chest. As we exhale, press the whole back into the floor. Elbows come up, curl up, turn to the right. Extend the left arm to the outside of that right thigh. Press arm into thigh, thigh into arm. Squeeze those toe mounds together. Now reach the right arm forward. Try and lift even more. Press the hands together. And then right hand comes behind the head. Left hand comes behind the head. Turn back to center and back down. Same thing the other side. So inhale, open the chest. Exhale, pull everything down. Elbows up, lift, curl up, turn to the left. Reach the right arm. Press into the outside of the thigh, thigh into the outside of the arm. And then reach the left arm. Keep pushing forward. Curl up a little bit more. Press those hands together. And slowly, left hand behind the head. Right hand behind the head. And back down. Bring those legs into the chest. Give a nice big squeeze. From here, bring the feet and knees together. We're going to let them open. Bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Feel your heartbeat under your hand. Feel your breath expand into your belly. From here, I want you to begin to find your breath. Find a bit deeper of a breath than perhaps you've had. We've kind of been choppy because we've been doing some stuff. But we're finding our breath for our practice. So if you have the Ujjayi breath in your practice, then begin that now. Otherwise, deepen the breath enough to where you can find a rhythm, a cadence, and a depth that works for you. One that you'll be able to continually focus on as we move. And when needed, you just come back to. Create an intention and or dedication for your practice this evening. An intention is for you, and the dedication is for someone or something else. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly draw the knees together. Bring them into the chest one more time. Option is either just turn onto your side and push yourself up to a seat, or maybe take a couple of spinal rolls here to just open up the spine, maybe massage it out, depending on what your day was like. It might feel really good. And then we'll come up to a seat. From here, sitting in a nice simple cross-legged. Right foot's gonna be in front. Inhale, arms up. As we exhale, left arm down, right arm up and over the ear. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the left. We'll stay here. As we inhale, reach with that right arm. I don't care about how far you go over. I want you to get long. Press the right sit bone down. Start to push the left rib cage forward and see if you can open the chest a little bit more. Maybe look up. Take a deep, deep breath into that right rib cage. On the next inhale, bend that right elbow. Bring the hand behind the head. As you inhale, push the head back. So engage the neck muscles on the back of the head. Exhale, pause. So you're just pushing back, back, back. Inhale. Now this time, as we exhale, curl. So we're going to take the right elbow and bring it towards the left shoulder and tuck the chin in. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to shoulder and tuck the chin in. Use the left side body to squeeze it in to curl it even more. Inhale, open. Try and get that elbow as high to the ceiling as you can. And exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lift. As we exhale, reach that arm up and come up and over to the other side. So again, this time we're holding. We're reaching with that left arm, pressing the left sit bone down. And taking a deep breath into that left rib cage. Now see if you can start to really pull the right rib cage forward and open the chest even more, as though you're trying to turn the heart towards the ceiling a little. But keep the right shoulder engaged. Don't let it pop forward. Keep it pulling back. Take another deep breath in. As we exhale, bend the elbow. Inhale, push the head back and pause. The more you engage the muscles of the back neck and you push the head back, you feel it in different areas of the shoulder, different areas of the neck. Now inhale. As we exhale, curl it in, left elbow to right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. And exhale, reach the arm up. Come up and over. From here, just walk the hands forward. You can stay nice and still as you fold forward as much as possible, or maybe even a little bit of kind of swaying from side to side. But don't lose the cadence of the breath. On the next inhale, begin to walk the hands over to the right and reach with the left. Back to center and over to the other side. Slowly come back to center, lift up, and we'll switch which leg is in front. So now left leg's in front, or if you started the other way, doesn't matter. Inhale, arms up. As we exhale, we're gonna twist to the right. So just nice, easy twist. Left hand will come to the outside of the right knee. We're lifting through the spine, gently looking over the shoulder. And take a deep breath in. As we exhale, look to the left. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, easy twist to the left. Keep lengthening the spine, twisting through the upper back. Look over the left shoulder. Turn the head, look over the right. Inhale, arms up. This time as we exhale, we're gonna step the right hand back a little bit further than we did before. Bend into the elbow and reach that left arm up. Start to twist the right rib cage back, left rib cage forward. Now you can keep your elbow bent or lift and lengthen through that right hand. You can even do a couple of little bend and lengthen, so you can bend the right elbow and lengthen, whatever kind of feels good here. And then we'll come up and switch sides. So left hand's gonna step back further than you normally do. Bend into that left elbow. Now we're really squeezing left rib cage back, right rib cage forward. Right hand can remain on the knee if needed, or we're lengthening it up and over and really feel like you're kind of arcing. And then either stay there or lengthen as we twist. And again, stay and breathe, or maybe a little bend and lengthen action. Really just listen to your body. Tap into what you're feeling. And slowly come back to center. From here, we'll come up and over onto hands and knees. Taking a minute to just open through the spine. So we've kind of warmed up the body in a whole bunch of different ways, and now we're gonna really kind of let ourselves get kind of loosey-goosey. You see this a lot in my classes because I absolutely love it. I love the feeling of kind of just letting our bodies go in whatever direction naturally feels good. So I want you to kind of just let yourself either sway from side to side, maybe do some hip rolls, and then let the shoulders get involved. So really it's about you taking the time to explore your body. So close your eyes. If you like doing barrel rolls, it's one of my favorite things to do. I do this probably too much throughout the day. You might even find me at work doing this. Big barrel rolls with the hips, and then letting the shoulders and neck and head get involved. And I like taking a few, just really slow, feeling every part of the body kind of working on one side, lengthening on the other. And then taking big breaths into whatever I feel. And then maybe doing a few just a little bit kind of quicker to kind of work out any kinks. And then going in the other direction. So again, maybe you're doing these barrel rolls, maybe you're going from side to side, maybe you're doing kind of like a normal cat-cow. Doesn't matter. Take a few really slow, like you're kind of swimming through honey. and you're just not able to go fast, but it's actually helping you tap into something. And then it's like you're getting sprayed off, and now you can move a little quicker. And relax back to center. From here, turn the fingers back towards the knees. Flip those toes under and start to just press back a little bit. So you're finding kind of your threshold. Maybe you can go all the way back onto your hips, or maybe you only go a few inches. But I want you again to keep movement. So inhale and exhale forward. You're just keeping some movement here, kind of finding where that edge is, maybe playing it just a little bit. And then we'll pause and hold. And then from here, slowly bring back onto your hips or heels and kind of shake them out. Shake it out. And then do some big rolls in the wrists. And then my favorite 70s dance move, kind of just do a little wave. It's a good wave, just kind of opening up every aspect of that wrist. And then come back to center. From here, we'll flip the toes under and lift up and back into your down dog. So it's our first down dog. We've done a little bit to kind of warm the body up. So take a couple of pedals with the legs and just kind of feel where you're at. In down dog, what I see a lot of is people are still keeping their shoulders kind of over their wrists. I want you to push the hands down and forward so that the hips can move up and back. Put some pressure into the fingertips, almost like you're clawing at the mat a little bit. And then push down so much that you actually kind of feel the outer shoulders raise up. So rather than squeezing them down the back, I want you to actually let them kind of rise up towards the ears. That'll lengthen the side body, lengthen through the armpit, and get a nice, again, length and stretch through the rib cage. Inhale, come up onto the toes. And then exhale, both heels go towards the floor. Keep a little bend in your knees for this first one. Inhale up and exhale down. Now at any point in time, if you want to begin to lengthen the legs, you can. Just be cognizant of what you're feeling. Are you just kind of letting everything go because you can? Like you can just dump into a movement and not really think about it. Take some time and notice what's activating. So this time, as we come up onto the toes, I want you to squeeze the fronts of the thighs. Then squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, heels go back towards the floor. Inhale, up onto the toes, squeeze the fronts of the thighs, squeeze the inner thighs, and then tuck the tailbone, feel the lower belly ignite. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, up onto the toes, squeeze the thighs in, squeeze the tops of the thighs, tuck the tailbone, and we'll wave the spine forward to a high plank, shoulders over wrists, or maybe a little bit further. Now inhale, pull with the low belly, hips go back. I'm trying to make us go slow. Inhale, round forward, go as slow as you can. Head and chin come through last. Look forward and then pull yourself back. Squeeze the leg, squeeze the leg, squeeze the leg. Push the hands down and forward, hips up and back. One more time. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, pull back. Feels really, really good just to have that control. Inhale, roll forward. And this time as we exhale, knees come down. Push the hips back, look forward. And then round the spine up. And slowly drop hips, belly, and chest to the floor. Uncurl the toes, hands come wide, pop up onto the fingertips, elbows up. Inhale, let the head hammock, elbows stay raising towards the ceiling, and the head just hammocks here. On the next inhale, slowly press into the fingertips, pull the belly in, press the pubic bone down, Press the tops of the feet down and slowly rise to the top. Once here, look forward. As you exhale, pull the hands back towards the body. So you're feeling everything ignite. And then inch that heart forward as we come down. Legs don't let go. Legs are squeezing the whole time. Inhale, squeeze the legs, press the top of the feet into the floor, pull the pelvic floor up, lift the belly, uncurl that whole spine up. And exhale down. I don't care if you go 2 inches or all the way up, doesn't matter, as long as you're focusing on the movement. One more time, inhale up, nice and big. Exhale down. One more, inhale up, nice and big. Exhale down. Hands come next to the rib cage. Flip the toes. Press back to child's pose. Look forward. Inhale, round forward. And then lift the hips up and back. This time, inhale, roll the spine forward to a high plank. And we'll drop the knees down. Kickstand the right foot behind you. And extend the left leg long. So we're going to come into modified side plank or Vashisthasana. Inhale, the left arm comes up. As we exhale, reach it over the head and get long. Press the right hand down and forward. And then reach the left arm over as much as you can. For a moment, just let the head hang. And then lift the head again. Lift that left arm up. As we exhale, bring that left hand behind the head. Inhale, push the head back like you're curling the head back. As you exhale, curl it in and bring the left elbow in towards the right armpit. Inhale, lift and push the head back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl. Inhale, lift up. Left arm goes up. Stay here or lift the left leg. Stay here or bend and grab the foot. If you would like to go into Chapasana, kick the foot into the hand. Start to push the hips and the chest forward and kick back. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, release the leg and keep it lifted. We're going to slowly pivot back towards the front of the mat. Right knee stays on the floor, left leg stays lifted. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend and hold. Bend the knee. And then reach that right arm forward and squeeze the right arm back. So we're cactusing that right arm. Now either just lift the chest forward, leg up, maybe reach the hand back and kind of bring it back towards the hip. Again, chest keeps reaching forward, or grab the foot and kick up. So any of those options. We're taking a deep breath into the chest, into the hips. And slowly release the hand, release the knee. Push back into child's pose. Take a deep breath. Inhale, round up. Flex the toes, lift up and back. Down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. And exhale, release the knees onto the floor at the same time again. Left leg's gonna kickstand over to the left. Right leg's gonna lengthen and right foot's gonna come to the floor for modified Vashisthasana. Inhale, right arm up. As we exhale, reach the right arm up over the ear, bow that upper rib cage, and then let the head hang. Take a few breaths here, just letting the head release. Keep reaching that right arm and push the right foot into the floor. Inhale, lift the arm and lift the head. As we exhale, bend the right elbow, hand behind the head. Inhale, push the head back. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the hand up. Now, again, either just reach that arm over the ear and stay here, just breathe into this posture, which feels amazing, or lift that right leg and bend the knee. maybe grab the foot for Shavasana. So at any point in that time, you can kind of stop and then push the hips and chest forward for Shavasana and kick the foot back. So we're really trying to lengthen from pubic bone to collarbone. More than thinking about back bending, I want you to imagine that you're lengthening everything, and you have to kick into the foot in order to lengthen. And exhale, release. It feels really good. All right, right hand down and face that mat. We're gonna take a deep breath in, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee. Reach that left arm forward and then cactus the left arm back. So again, we're focusing on trying to bring the shoulders back, lengthening the chest forward, keeping the belly drawn in and lifting through the glute. If you want to reach the arm back, that's going to help just guide the shoulders back or grabbing for the foot. And if you're kicking up, you're using the leg more than you're thinking about back bending. So I want you to turn the leg on and then take a deep breath into the chest. So look forward, squeeze the right shoulder back and release down. Slowly bring everything back down to the floor, child's pose. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, flip the toes, lift up and back, down, dog. From here, just step the feet forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands at heart center. To Surya Namaskar A. You can slow it down if needed, but we're going to take these a little faster. So inhale up and exhale, fold. So we're not going to go super slow is what I mean through these. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands can come to shins. Exhale, step back to a high plank. From here, option to lower halfway to chaturanga or to your belly. So squeeze those elbows in. Inhale, open up, cobra or up dog. And exhale, pull the hips back, down. Take one deep breath in. As we exhale, look forward and walk or step to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, open that chest. Cobra or up dog. Squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. And exhale. Look forward and walk or step to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, lengthen. This time as we exhale, reach the right foot back. So maybe it only reaches back a few inches, or maybe you can lift it about hip height or a little high. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend into the left knee and slowly try and bring the right foot to land gracefully, silently behind you. Take a deep breath in, look forward, chest forward, hips rise. Exhale, knee comes to the floor. Inhale, lift up, Anjaneyasana, but hips are over knees. So we're not going forward, we're keeping it back. Reach the arm up and exhale, hands to floor. Step back, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up, get high. Exhale, step it forward. Again, drop the left knee. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Keep the left toes tucked. Tuck the tailbone, lift through the spine. And exhale, hands to floor. Lift the left knee, keep those hips buoyant, and slowly. So it's like you're dragging that toe. You're lifting, dragging it up, and exhale, bring it down. So we're kind of finding this juxtaposition of faster and slow movements. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, bend into the right knee. How slow can you go to bring the left toes to the back of the mat? Inhale, chest forward, hips up, push the sit bones back. Exhale, left knee comes down. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale, lift up, tuck the tailbone, belly in, lower rib cage, and lift through the spine. This time, exhale, drop the hands. We're gonna do these shoulder rolls going back one at a time. And then go forward. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to floor. Step back, down dog. Inhale, left leg goes long as you can up behind you. Exhale, step forward. Drop the right knee. Keep the right toes tucked. Lift up, tuck the tailbone. Get a nice stretch to that right hip flexor. As we exhale, hands come to floor. Again, big shoulder rolls back. And then forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to floor. From here, lift, drag that leg up, and then pull that leg in. Inhale, rise up, and exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly lift the right leg up. Bend into the left knee, and bring the toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the hips, chest forward. Exhale, bend the right knee, keep the right toes tucked. Inhale, lift up. Tuck the tailbone under. Exhale, hands down. Shoulder rolls, just a few. Both directions. This time, inhale, arms go wide, so squeeze them wide out. And then as we exhale, cross right over left. Give yourself a nice big bear hug. Lift up. And then exhale, we're gonna curl in towards the pubic bone. Inhale, lift the elbows up as high as they will go. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to floor. Lift up and back, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Drop the left knee, keep the left toes tucked. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands go wide. Inhale, reach them back. As we exhale, cross left over right. Give a big bear hug. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, hands to floor. Lift through the left knee up, reach forward, and then slowly drag that leg up, and exhale, bring it in. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, keep a little bend in the knees. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left leg lifts. Bend into the right knee, bring the left toes to the floor. Drop the left knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arms go wide. So again, maybe you do the bear hug left over right, or you come into eagle arms. Backs of the hands can be together, or you can bind, your choice. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. This time, inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Go as forward as you can. The knee could go over the toes, and that's just fine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come back up, hips over left knee. Inhale, reach the arms up as the hips drop. Exhale, come back. Inhale, lift up, let the hips drop. Exhale, back. This time, inhale, lift. Hold this lunge. As we exhale, release the arms, bring them up. Right hand will come to right hip, maybe a block or the floor. Inhale, left arm goes up and over. Inhale, come up. As we exhale, hands come to floor, push the hips back, half Hanuman. Lift through the toes if you would like, or keep them down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, step back. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Drop the right knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms go wide. Again, either bear hug or eagle arms. Staying upright here. Inhale, just the arms. Exhale, bring it into the belly. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. This time look forward. Exhale, come forward into this lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come back. Inhale, hips drops, arms reach up. Go for a little back bend. Exhale up. Inhale, drop. Exhale back. Inhale, drop and hold. Take a deep breath in. On the next inhale, release the arms, bring them up. And as we exhale, left hand to hip, block, or floor. Reach that right arm up and over the body to the left. Go ahead and come up and then shift the hips back. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly step up. Raise that right knee and slowly step forward and down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step to down dog. Inhale, up onto the toes, wave the spine forward. Exhale, pull the hips back. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, right leg goes up. As we exhale, step forward. I'm going to change positions just so you can see. We'll inhale, rise to the crescent, and then just open right up into goddess. Hands come onto hips. And we'll just let ourselves hammock here for a moment. Let your hips go as deep as you can. And then slowly lift up. Right forearm to thigh, left arm up and over. Inhale up and switch sides. Inhale, up and over. Inhale to the other side. Hands come back onto those thighs, hammock down, and we'll twist right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side. Inhale, center, switch. Inhale, center, and switch. Inhale, come back to center, arms up. This time we're gonna twist or turn to the right and keep that left knee bent. So we're coming into kind of like a lunge for a moment. And we'll bring the hands back up and then come back either into that bear hug or eagle arms. From here, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale up. As we exhale, lengthen through that back leg, get a little deeper. Release the arms, lift them up. And then we're gonna reach them forward. Lengthen through that back leg. So squeeze the left quad, lengthen through the heel, squeeze the hips in towards the midline. Keep that knee really bent and lunging. Now, as we inhale, we're gonna wave the spine up, open the arms. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open, and exhale, forward. Option is to stay with your hands coming to the ground and come into a supported warrior three, which we kind of already did, or reach the hands forward or back and come into full warrior three. One more breath. Now from here, how slow can you bend to the right knee? Bring those left toes to the back of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, open back up into your goddess. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Can you get a little bit more movement here? Inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to turn towards the left. Keep that right knee bent. Tuck the tailbone, lift the chest, and then we'll cross our arms into eagle arms, right over left. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bring it to the belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Lengthen through that left leg so we get nice and long in our crescent. Squeeze the hips in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, get low. Inhale, lean forward. Keep the belly in. Now again, we're pulling back. So maybe the head doesn't go with you. You're just pulling back and then reaching forward. Inhale, pull back. You want to go more? You can. Exhale, forward. Make it as big and dramatic a movement as you want. Exhale, forward. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, reach forward. Option, hands to floor or come right into your warrior three. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Now, bend into the left knee. Slow as you can. Foot comes to the back of the mat. Inhale, open back up into your goddess. Going back to the right. We're going to open up into warrior two on the right. Again, get nice and deep in that lunge. Inhale, arms open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open that chest. Reach those arms long. Squeeze muscle and bone. Again, finding a little rhythm here. Movement. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Maybe that left arm goes forward, behind the back, or hand to thigh. Inhale, either forearm to thigh or reach that right arm forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, forward. Coming forward here. Pause. We're going to pivot towards the side of the mat. Both sets of toes face the side of the mat and come into a wide leg forward fold. Instead of a regular forward fold, I want us to hammock. So our hips are pushing back, but our arms are reaching forward, and we're hammocking down. Maybe moving the head a little. Now walk the hands back in and fold in as deep as you can. So if your head hits the ground fairly easily, then walk the feet in a little bit so that you actually have to work to lengthen crown of head to floor. Inhale, lengthen. Walking the hands over to the right. Either both hands grab onto the foot or the shin and we bow in, or we just lengthen and twist to that side. If you can, squeeze in. Inhale, center, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale, come to center. Keeping our feet like they are, just turn the right foot to the side and bend into the right knee. We're going to bring ourselves at a diagonal on the right and bow in. Kind of hammocking the upper spine like we did before, but this time the right knee is bent. Inhale, come up, and we're going to walk the hands towards the left foot. Right knee remains bent, so the legs are in warrior two. How we're twisting, pushing the bum back. And then lengthen that leg, turn the toes forward, come back to center, hands come to waist, lift up and back into goddess. Now from goddess, we're finding that transition. It's great for hip flexibility. Warrior two on the left. Inhale and exhale. Now we're gonna add that movement. So inhale, reverse, exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse, exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, forward. Hold here. Use the belly. Keep twisting. Left rib cage forward, lengthen. And then we'll slowly pivot towards the side of the mat again and come into that hammock. Now, if you prefer, this is our time to play. So if you want, you can stay hammocking. You can go for that deep forward fold. You can go for a twist or a headstand here. We're only here for 5 breaths. And if you want to play around with all different types of movement, then go for it. Maybe bending into one knee and then the other. Doesn't matter. 5 deep breaths. And slowly come back to center. Turning the left toes towards the front of the mat. And bending into that knee. So we're coming back into warrior 2 stance with the legs. And then walking the hands at a diagonal on the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold in. Squeeze the left hip in. Keeping the legs as they are. Walk the hands up and turn towards the right side. Again, finding yourself in the diagonal. Push the bum back, bend into that left knee. And slowly come back to center. Lengthen the left leg. From here, coming into frog pose. So we're gonna drop onto our knees. So if you need to bring the feet together, bring them together. We're gonna drop onto our knees and we're gonna widen our knees long. Really pay attention to having ankles right behind the knee so that they're in line with the knee. And then here, you may want to grab your pillows or your blankets and kind of put them under your hips or your belly and then lay on top of them. And then push your hips back so that you know that you're in line with the knees. So again, we're not letting the feet come in towards the bum. We're trying to keep them in line with the knees as best as we can. And then letting everything kind of settle. Now, if this is really tough on your knees, then just come into a wide knee child's pose. And again, use some pillows. Let yourself get comfortable there. Otherwise, we're letting the pelvis slowly open and pushing the hips back even more. Now, if you're comfortable and you're kind of close to the ground, you can even come down and just let everything settle. Go for 2 more deep, long breaths. And then from here, 2 ways to get out of it. So you can either squeeze the heels towards the bum and push yourself up, or you can kind of flop forward, kind of whatever works for you. You're home alone, no one's gonna see you. And then we'll come to a seat. So lengthen the legs out. We'll come into a nice forward fold. So keeping the legs somewhat engaged, bend the knees as much as you need to create a shelf for your belly. I really want the back body to open. We've done a lot of forward folding, so our hamstrings should be fine. We don't have to push it unless that's your goal. What I really want you to do is allow the whole front body to release over. So before you forward fold, I want you to draw the pelvic floor up and keep it active. So like a Kegel, hold on to it. Then feel as though you're kind of sucking those femur heads or the leg bones into the hips and back a little bit more. And then walk the hands forward just as much as you can and let the chin just hang. So if you're fairly tight in the shoulders, neck, or anywhere in the back, you'll kind of feel it right away. If you feel like you can go more forward, you can. And again, you can even grab that pillow and put it right on top of you and release. So whatever feels good at this moment, 5 deep breaths. We'll slowly roll up From here, cross right foot over left leg. You can always bend the left leg if you want, and either bear hug or hook. Come into a nice, easy twist. Release the leg down, and left leg. And again, come into twist on the left. Come back to center, and bring your feet together into for Baddha Konasana. So holding on to the feet or the ankles, feet can be close to the groin, or you can let them kind of diamond shape forward. And hold on and just lift through the body. And then as we exhale, round, but keep the shoulders away from the ears and let yourself go down as much as you can. Inhale, slowly come up. Before coming into, and you may want to do this for your Savasana, what I really would like you to do is go to a wall, if you can, and do legs up the wall. And you will hold that until I cue you to come down, and then you can go into your Savasana. If you don't have a wall that you can get to, then you can just let your legs come up and hold, or if you're like me and you have a couch nearby, you can kind of use the couch just to keep your legs somewhat supported so that you can actually just kind of let them go and not feel like you have to use them. But if you're ready to go right into Savasana, try and stay in this legs up the wall position for about 5 breaths. And then you let yourself come down into Savasana, or at least down into a lying position. But if you would like to hold legs up the wall even more, then I encourage you to do so. I would even say that you could stay with legs up the wall for a good, 2 or 3 minutes. It's phenomenal. But then when you are ready to come down, flatten yourself out. And just like we did in the beginning, inhale, arms will come back and lengthen the legs long and squeeze everything in. Take a deep, deep breath in, and then open the mouth and release it. Again, inhale, reach the arms long, squeeze muscle to bone, lift through the body and squeeze everything together. And then exhale, side out. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale. And then we'll prep for Savasana. So if you have a blanket, use a blanket over you. If you have a pillow, you can put a pillow under your knees. You can put a pillow under your low back or kind of your mid or upper back. Whatever feels good. And we'll take these last 5 breaths together, letting the breath, or kind of letting yourself lose control of the breath. So letting control go. Some of the movements we did tonight were things that I often use in my yoga therapy sessions to really help the body release. Whether it's from lack of movement, too much movement, kind of doesn't matter. You're letting everything go. So give your body this time to really allow that to happen. We've stimulated it in ways that aren't a typical yoga class in many ways. And your body always needs that time to just kind of marinate in that information. So as you let the breath or control of the breath go, notice what comes up. Maybe it's thoughts from your day or thoughts from your practice or something, maybe even completely random. And rather than trying to push it out of your head, just notice it. Say, I see you. Interesting. And then let it go. So it's kind of like you're sitting at a train station and you're watching the train go by. And over time, you find it easier and easier to just watch the train go by without looking in the windows at people. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me this evening, taking some good time for your body and your immune system, which is so incredibly important. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend in good health.